fellow humans. All right, here we go. Joke of the day, number 2. Why did the picture go to jail?
Why?
Because it was framed.
Silence speaks for itself.
All right. Well, speaking of jail, didn't you almost go to jail?
Yes, I did. And y'all want to know that story?
Care to explain, Noah?
Okay, so
From the very beginning.
it was it's a normal light 2 a.m.
Because everyone's out at 2 a.m.
No, I was just awake in bed 2 a.m. on my phone. I was bored, and I texted my friend. We was playing some game on the phone together, and I texted him. And yes, this part was my idea. I texted him and asked if he wanted to like sneak out and fuck around and shit, and and so I go in my house. I'm scared as balls because I walk down the steps. Eek, eek, eek. Creak, creak, creak. And I go to the door. That thing's even loud.
Your door is loud as hell. I've been in your house.
I shut the door. Boom.
You ran real quick.
Yeah, I dipped. And, actually, no, because I walked down the steps, and I hid behind my mom's car to see if they, like, came out or anything. And
If they did, what was your plan?
I don't even know, bro.
You just hid, and then if they came out, you were just going to improvise? Start shooting or something?
Something like that. So I waited for a couple minutes. No light was on. I was waiting to see if the light turned on because of my noise. No light turned on, so I was like, all right, I'm in the clear. Before I even met up with my friend, I was just messing around outside. So I walk the 5 minutes around the neighborhood because it's not that big.
No.
And I'm looking everywhere for this dude.
You couldn't find him.
Boy's still in his room. He's awake, and he's trying to climb out of his window. Like, why do you gotta climb out?
That one.
The one on the bottom. That's his room.
Idiot.
And this guy's making a whole bunch of noise because he's removing the screen. And
He could have just walked out the door.
Yeah.
That's an option.
The screen was already as loud as it was, just taking it out. This guy did not care what happened because he threw the screen on his fucking hardwood floor. So you ding, 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 ding. And this guy, I have to help him up, get out the window because he couldn't get up by himself.
Oh my god.
So I had to grab his hand. He was struggling to get out. So, and I just ended up letting go of his hand. He just sat halfway out and halfway in the window for like a couple minutes because he was tired. And then eventually...
Tired from taking a screen out and standing up?
Yeah.
His fat ass.
And then when he finally got out, we waited to see if any of his lights went on. Nothing. We were all in the clear. Okay, so once we did that, we did like 20-30 minutes just fucking around. So it was 2:30 by the... actually, no, like 2:45.
What were you guys doing in between those 30 minutes?
I don't know. We were just talking to each other.
I'm just walking around.
Yeah, just how me and you do at night. But
Yeah.
This was fucking 2:40 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's dead silent, like a eerie kind of silent, like nothing. You
Not
couldn't
even
hear
crickets?
nothing. Not even crickets. It was just like a black hole type of silence.
Yeah.
And so we're walking around. It's all cool. Then there's a girl that used to live next to me, and her name was Alyssa. Yes, I'm giving out names. So, and she told me the day before that she wanted to do something like that. So I was like, all right, me and him are already outside. Why not? So we knock on her door where her room is. No response. We knocked maybe 1 or 2 more times and still no response. So then we have the bright idea to go to the front of the house and open the door, turn our flashlights on, and walk through their house. Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't get shot up and I really thought I would. Oh my lord.
So you just broke into their house, essentially. I mean, you didn't You didn't break in because you didn't break a door or anything, but you just walked
Oh
in
yeah, we walked.
uninvited.
Yeah, we walked in uninvited.
And was just like, yeah, let's just stroll. Let's take a little walk. You know, this just isn't our house or anything, but we'll go. You know, as one does.
Yeah, we turned our flashlights on. Honestly, neither one of us thought about getting shot, which
Clearly
probably
should have crossed your mind.
Yeah, it did it. We just walked in there.
So how'd that go?
Went like shit. We walked in. They didn't wake up, but their dogs were loud as hell.
Yeah.
And the door that you have to get to that girl's room, you had to cross the dogs, and the dogs never seen us. Like, and we're uninvited guests.
You're gonna get
3 in the morning.
You're gonna get bit.
Yeah, so we didn't even. We just called her name. We whispered her name. Hopefully she was awake. Still no answer. And so we just left.
Yeah.
And after that, we were fucking around in their yard. So we're over here, like, by the trees and stuff, just talking loud. And we go to the, next to the balcony. And I'm talking with my back face to it. Mm-hmm. And my other friend, he's talking face towards it. And we're talking for, I don't know, random shit. Probably about girls or something.
Sounds like you.
And, he just, as we're talking, he just stops talking. And I'm still having conversation, but he's dead silent. So
just like staring behind you?
Yeah.
Or just like...
No, he was literally just staring. And
like at you or behind you?
Behind me.
Oh, no, that's fucking terrifying.
And I was confused, because he didn't say, shh, be quiet, or any of that. He just dead stopped talking and looked behind
He didn't point, he literally just stared.
He literally just stared. I think it's because of how in shock he was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? And so he still doesn't say anything. He's still looking up because he's fucking autistic.
Yeah.
So I turn around and I see this like 5'9" obese grandma looking down at us. And bro, I tell you, we shit ourselves, and we.
So she was just standing at the top of the
balcony.
Yeah,
no words. She just looked down at us
from the top of the balcony.
Yeah,
damn,
and it was scary.
Yeah, no, I bet.
So we just dipped,
and like, she knows you.
Yeah. We ran as fast as we could.
Again, surprised you didn't get shot.
Yeah, really surprised. Really surprised. And next thing I know, and I didn't know this part till after the fact that we got caught. But she texted my dad and said, check your son's room. And my dad was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because she's calling him and texting him at like fucking 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So he's all confused. So he goes to my room, finds out I'm not there.
Of course, you're not there, so.
And what he does is he comes out the front yard.
The front yard. He comes out the front yard.
Goes out the front yard. I mean, the front door.
Mm-hmm.
And
he goes out the front yard.
And he yells my name. And my dad's yell is so loud, you can hear that shit from a mile away.
I think the people in China heard it.
Yeah, little Chinese man trying to go through a hole to get to America.
Because he was like, oh, what? Did you say my name?
And that, I'm telling you, that scared the shit out of me. So we didn't run instantly. We hid behind a neighbor's fence because my dad, what he did is he got into his truck and started circling the neighborhood. And when he couldn't find us, he went back home, went inside. His car was turned off. So that was probably around like 15 minutes or so. So I'm
just circling?
Yeah.
Did your mom do anything?
She was in the truck with him.
Okay.
So after
Your
that,
sister?
Yeah, they were all in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, it was probably around like 3:30ish about this time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when me and him were like, well, what the hell are we going to do? He already yelled my name and I didn't go back. So I already knew I was even more fucked.
Yeah.
And so this is the part where the no thinking came. Me and him just decided to book it. We had no money, no plans. We just kind of winged it. We just left.
Yeah.
And
did his parents start looking for him or anything? Or?
No. They didn't even come out.
Hmm.
They didn't care. I don't think they cared about him enough.
Well, he did throw a screen door in the middle of his room and just...
So, I mean, I guess they knew where he was.
Gone.
So, yeah, actually, no. That part is, because after we booked it, my mom, I didn't know this till after the fact either. My mom went over to their house, knocked on the door, and said, did you know our sons are missing? you want to know this guy's response? Xander didn't even like.
No, I
Xander
don't even
doesn't
know
know
this.
this part.
What do you say?
He says, "Well, golly."
He just looks at her dead face and said, "Well, golly, oh sugar snaps, what are we gonna do?"
And he said, "Well, we might as well just wait till they get home." So they didn't look.
Wow.
We could have been dead by now.
Yeah, we'll wait, whatever.
And so my parents leave. They go back home. Something I did that was also stupid. I left my phone at the house. So my parents were texting my phone, but it was in my room under my pillow, so they didn't know that I didn't have it. And so I wasn't responding.
Yeah.
So they started texting Damon's phone. And by
They
now...
had his number.
Huh?
They had his number.
Yeah, and by now... Fat ass kid. And,
Nice.
and by then, we were probably like 20 minutes of like out of the neighborhood.
Which way'd you go?
We went, you know when you go up to Edders, and there's those two, when you turn
Right
right.
intersections, yeah.
Yeah, we went to the left one.
The one by the mountain?
Yeah.
But they're just gonna walk up a mountain.
So we walked
You
that
did not
way.
think.
No, we didn't. We walked that way. This part's really boring because like it was just us talking, and actually no, it's not that boring because we were talking, but we were scared to death. Like
Were you like on the side of the road, or were you like ducking in?
No, we were
people's
on
houses?
the side of the road and shit.
So like if your parents came down that way, they would have just saw you.
No, because every time a car came,
Mm-hmm.
or we heard a car, we booked it.
You just run.
We dipped in the yards and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was a long time.
How many people do you think were looking at you guys just sitting in their yard?
I don't know. And again, I don't know how we didn't get shot
Yeah.
in random people's yards at like 3:40 in the morning.
Yeah. Just crouching.
Yeah, and after that, we started to get a couple hours passed of us just talking and doing that,
Yeah.
hiding every time a car comes. So a couple hours passed. Me and him decided to get thirsty. So I don't think
Did you say you decide to get thirsty?
Shut up. We were thirsty,
There you go.
and I don't think Xander knows this part either. He might. We knocked on a guy's door at around like 4 in the morning.
When you asked for a drink? You guys are retarded. How'd that go?
It actually went really good.
He got you a drink?
I still have their cup that they gave us.
Did he ask why you needed a drink, or
No,
he just...
because we gave a whole like dumbass story.
Well, okay, I need to know the story.
So as we were walking, it was
Yeah.
one of the houses. It was that house, just singular.
Mm-hmm.
And it was. We were so thirsty because there's no houses except for that one. Because
Yeah.
we were walking for a while, there was no houses. So we finally came up against that house. We knocked on the door. He answered. He said it's super early in the morning. What is it that you guys need? We said we're on our way to work, but our car broke down, so we had to walk, and it was a couple hours, and we were really thirsty. And we said sorry for bothering them and all that early. So what they do is they give us 2 cups, one to me, and it was like big cups,
water?
each of them. Yeah, just water.
Mm-hmm.
And they said you guys can just have the cups, which is funny because I still have that in my cabinet. I still use it. I don't think my
Your
parents.
parents don't know where that came from?
No, I don't think they even know where that came from.
That's funny. They probably have used that cup before, and he's just like, where'd this come from?
Yeah, that's something that they don't even know about the story.
Yeah.
The only part they know is that we dipped.
They don't know what happened while you were
No,
gone.
they don't know anything that happened
Damn.
while we were gone.
So you got your cups of water, then what?
Then we were walking, and then that's when problems started to come. My friend, Damon.
Dropping names.
Yeah, dropping names.
No last names, so we won't. They don't have to know.
It was around like 5 a.m.
Damn.
you know?
Got to
So-
5 a.m.
So we were on.
It's like 2 hours.
Yeah, we were out there for 7 hours total.
Damn.
Actually, no,
A little less.
from 3 to 7. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 4 hours.
Yeah.
We're walking for 4 hours. So this is where everything starts to get bad. Damon, he gets a phone call.
From?
Because it's a no name, no number, random number.
Did he answer it?
Yeah, he decided to answer it.
Dumbass.
It wasn't my parents, and it wasn't his parents. It was a police officer.
Oh.
And he gave his name. He was trying to be all friendly, and he said, "Where are you guys at?" He said, "The fuck? Why would we give you our location?"
Is that what David said? Is that what you said?
No, that's what.
it's like-
Neither one of this got said, but it's like
You were just thinking.
Yeah, like why the hell would we give the location? Like
Yeah.
we're gone for a reason.
Yeah.
And so after that, he turned off his phone so they couldn't track it. Because we're big brainers like that. Well, I'm a big brainer. I told him to shut off his phone. And so what happened is we were walking.
Yep.
We were a bit... And the whole goal, I'm sorry, I forgot to say this. But we put in our phone to go to the BP near us. But the route that we had, it wasn't the one that where you just go through here. It was a whole bunch of loop-de-loops. Because we didn't want to go back through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So as we're walking, like I said, he turns off his phone. We're walking a bit.
Like completely powers it off?
Yeah, so they can't
Alright.
track it because I'm big brain like that.
Oh, that's what you told him.
Yeah, and but eventually he gets tired. And okay, that's all right. So he sat down for a bit. We were like, it was maybe a 30-minute walk to the BP by now.
Yeah.
And so we got there. I mean, we didn't get to the BP. We got to a road. And we sat down. But the only thing that went wrong, like our thing would have went perfectly fine. But as we were sitting there, he powered on his phone. I didn't know this. He was just scrolling. He was playing games on his phone. And I didn't know. But we were there for a half hour taking a break. But by then, we didn't have enough time to, get up. Because the cars all travel faster than walking and shit,
Yeah.
obviously.
And they just pulled up to you guys? Or?
Yeah, the cop car pulled up. And I looked at Damon. He looked at me. I mouthed, should we run? And he shook his head, no. So I was like, okay. And
You didn't want to make it worse? Or?
yeah, I guess. So
You had full intentions to just book it.
Well, I was scared out of my mind, bro. Oh man. So, wow, this is really funny. So after the cop car pulls up, we're talking to them for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then when I really start getting nervous, it's not. Wasn't even nervous when the cop car pulled up. Of course, I was nervous because, well, wow, they found us.
Because Damon's dumbass powered his phone on.
Exactly.
So what, they just tracked it? Like, they just realized that he had it on, they just tracked it?
Uh-huh.
Did they tell you that, or you just...
No, that's what I thought. And so, the part that really scared the shit out of me is when I saw my dad's car pull up and my uncle's car pull up.
Oh, no.
The reason my uncle's car pulled up is because it was 7 a.m. by now because of the break we took.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to go to work with my uncle, but I was supposed to get up me and him were supposed to leave for work at 6 a.m.
So he was at your house.
Yeah, at 6 a.m.
And you weren't even there.
Yeah, we were gone. So
And your dad was still like, well, yeah, he's just gone. He's missing.
yeah, and so what happened was my dad gets out of the car. He's just mad as shit.
You can just see it in his face. Red face.
Yes, he comes walking up to me. I'm nervous as shit. I think he's gonna maybe slap me or something or tell me to get in the car.
Yeah.
No, you know what this motherfucker does? He grabs my neck, picks me up, and slams me onto the cop car like
he was a cop.
exactly, like he was.
And the cops was just looking at him.
Yeah, the cops let him do it. They didn't say a single thing.
Well, it's his son. I guess it's not it's not illegal.
Exactly.
Loud house car. Thanks.
Yeah, loud car. Thanks for interrupting.
Alright.
And so after that, oh my gosh, my dad choke slammed me, got me in the car. You know it's bad when they don't even say anything.
Yeah, they don't even have to say
ride.
anything while you're going home.
He was completely silent.
Was it just him?
Yeah, at that point it was just him.
And your uncle?
And when we get to the house, I'm tired of shit because it's 7 a.m.
Yeah. Did he still make you go to work?
No.
Okay.
I went to sleep after that. But when I got home, my dad was pissed.
Oh, yeah?
I think
Yelling?
This is the maddest I've ever seen him. So my mom, she's crying. She slaps the shit out of
Your
me.
mom does?
Yeah, she slaps.
That's funny. You never told me that.
And it caught me so
That's
off
funny
guard.
as shit.
It caught me so off guard. She walked up to me. I thought she was gonna maybe grip me up or something. No,
She walked
This is the hardest she's ever slapped. I think she pulled all of her strength behind that. All you hear is, and oh my.
Did you go
Lord.
flying
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, crying.
yeah, but I'm a real G. I
Uh-huh.
didn't cry. I ate that shit up like a boss.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Keep telling your story.
And my dad was pissed. He threatened to break my kneecaps with a bat. I looked
Is
at
Gracie just like standing there?
No, Gracie wasn't. Gracie was still in bed. She didn't.
Oh,
Well, she knew I was gone, but after they got drove around,
She
the
went to
neighborhood,
sleep and
went
she
back to
didn't.
bed. Yeah, and after my dad said he was gonna break my kneecaps, I looked at him in disbelief, like, bitch, nuh-uh. I don't know what you think this is. I'll dip again.
I won't.
Yeah,
I'll
this
go by
time I
myself.
won't- yeah,
You won't find me.
This time I won't come back. Yeah, if it was me alone, I probably
wouldn't
I would have probably.
Well, what was your plan? Backtracking a little bit. If you did manage to make it to the BP, what was your plan after that? Like
There really was no plan because that BP before we got there, well, we got caught on Ebenezer Road. You know where that is? Yeah, that's where we got caught on. But the thing about the BP is they showed the owners and the workers in that BP what pictures of us would look for. Well, I mean, what we look like. So even if we
before you.
Yeah.
And you did. Yeah, obviously, you guys wouldn't have known that.
If we got there
and walked in, they would have instantly called.
Exactly. So even if our plan did work out, it really wouldn't.
No matter what, you were kind of...
Yeah, we were fucked. But, I mean, yeah, it was just crazy. My plan, though, like I said, we went in hot-headed. We didn't think about what the fuck we were going to do. The only thought that I had is just that we were going to steal shit from, like, stores. Because, I mean, what else? We had no money. What else would we have to do? Well, I mean, what else could we do?
Yeah.
No, but I was glad I got caught. I didn't want to be gone. I mean, if it came down to that, I would have been gone as long as possible. Like, if it probably was me alone, I'd probably still be gone, to be honest. So,
if you wouldn't have died by now or just had someone find you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But maybe that would have been the better bet, because I wouldn't be grounded if I came home so late. I should have just said I got kidnapped.
Were you going to tell him, like, Damon kidnapped you?
Yeah. No, I'm going to say some random guy kidnapped me.
Both of you?
Yeah.
If you guys were thinking, that probably would have been smart. Like, you would have looked at Damon and been like, if anyone finds us, tell we got kidnapped and we got, like... Or... Well, I guess no, because the lady saw you. At the balcony, the one who knew you.
Oh, shit, yeah.
She saw you, so she would have...
Yeah, but it also depends on how long we were gone for. Like, yeah, we could say we ran away, but we could say we were gone for so long because we got kidnapped.
Worst case, now you could have been like, your parent... I'm trying to think. You could have been like, okay, yes, we snuck out, essentially, and we're out for a little bit, and that's when she saw you, and that's when you guys decided to run away from her because you just didn't know if she was going to say something.
Exactly.
But then because you guys left her yard, that left you just out in the open, some guy saw two kids, essentially, walking by themselves at night, and just... kidnapped you. There's no way they'd be mad about you running away if you would have just escaped getting kidnapped.
They would have...
Like...
no grounding. They would
no.
have just been happy. And
yeah.
Everything would have went back to normal.
Exactly. So if you guys were smart, it's what you would have said.
Oh, yeah, I would have ripped out my clothes and everything.
You guys were stressed, heat of the moment. You shouldn't have been out there in the first place.
Exactly. So, yeah, after the whole... when I got home, like I said, they threatened me to break my kneecaps, of course.
Your dad did.
But after that
Your
whole
mom
conversation happened, well, because my uncle, he wasn't mad. He gave teach me like a life lesson, for say. And so after that, I gave my uncle a hug because he was like the nicest one there. And he left to go to work. And my mom and dad, they left for work. And they told me just to go to bed. So I fell asleep. And I'll tell you, when I woke up, when my mom woke me up, it was like the weirdest feeling ever. Because I know how fucked I was. But they, like I said, they weren't showing any anger. So that's, like, I knew I was fucked. I already felt fucked. And it was just the weirdest feeling ever.
Just to, like, know that you're fucked, but, like, they're not, like, being mad at you or anything. You can just, like, you just know that, like...
Yeah. Wow. And that pretty much concludes the story.
How long ago was that now?
What's the date? It's May.
Yeah,
now,
May
right?
of 2025 right now.
It was in 2023, so 2 years ago.
Damn.
It was...
And you recently got your phone back from that.
Yeah.
Like, middle of last year-ish?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was gone for a long time. But, hey, after that, some benefits did come. Because everything if I got into, like, little trouble that I would normally get into bigger trouble for, that shit just blew by because they were like, oh, at least it wasn't him running away. But
Yeah.
like I said, after all that's the story.
It's like, and then you started talking to me again, and that kind of
and hey, because my parents didn't let me hang out with this kid, so me and him started hanging out again.
You know, well, actually, backtrack on that again. Yeah, because we've known each other for a long time. Because I moved in here like 9 years ago now, somewhere around there, and I met you like right after I moved in.
Yeah,
But
that's
then
before I even knew that guy.
Yeah, but then you started hanging out with him, and I was like, I don't like him, so I basically cut ties with you because I didn't like him. Smart of me to do that because that could have been me out there with you guys.
Yeah.
But
speak of the devil, look who just walked out their house.
That's funny.
That is very funny with his bright orange beanie.
That he always wears and looks terrible in. Probably going to the doctor to smoke weed.
Well, that concludes the story.
You know if he got into any trouble?
No, I really don't.
You never got to ask him.
No, because I talked to him at all since that day. That was that day on Ebenezer Road when my dad drove me back home. That was the last time I seen him. So the last time I ever talked to Damon was on Ebenezer Road.
And besides like the little small talk because you live in the same neighborhood.
Exactly.
I don't like on the bus and shit.
Yeah, the only time I ever talked to him is on the bus. And I don't even talk to him. He just.
But have you guys since that day ever talked about it at all? Has it ever?
No, we haven't.
So you've never even been like, oh, like what happened after? You guys have just never.
Yeah, nope.
Damn.
Yeah.
I know that one feeling though, when you know you're screwed and your parents don't even have to be mad or anything.
The two birds were fighting.
Because when I came home, that night I spent at Alyssa's house.
Yeah.
When I came home that day, my mom was waiting for me when I opened the door.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom was just standing in front of the doorway. After I opened it, she was just standing there. She didn't have to yell. She didn't have to scream. My dad didn't have to come out. I didn't even get grounded. I didn't get my phone taken, anything. She just, because she knew I knew that I was just screwed. So she didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to say anything.
Did your dad know?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, my mom was like, he'll talk to you tomorrow. He never said anything about it.
Yeah, he never ever talked
I told you about that.
You.
He never said anything about it. And I never got grounded. Never got...
It kind of just blew over, really.
The only thing that happened was I wasn't allowed to use my car for, a month.
And you're still not allowed to go to her house?
And I'm still not allowed to go to her mom's house. It's been, 3 months.
I think that's going to last a long time, to be honest with you.
But...
I don't think you're going to be able to hang out with her at all.
Not at her mom's house until I move out. Yeah.
Because they don't trust her mom anymore either.
But I'm telling you, that feeling when they don't even have to say anything.
Yeah,
they just give you the look, and you're like, my life is ending tonight. I literally, because they didn't grab anything, I thought they were going to, strangle me in my sleep or something. I thought I was going to wake up dead. I don't even know. It's so weird. Such a weird feeling.
It really, really is. It just ended. 20. Oh.
This dude's stupid.
No, it did end. It did. It paused.
No, it didn't. That pause button is just there. Doesn't mean it's not activated.
Well, no,
the phone just turned
your
off.
screen went black, so I thought it paused.
No. Then we wouldn't have heard your entire story. The whole story would have been paused.
No, but I looked at it, and then when I looked at it, that's when it ended.
But we'll hit you with we're probably gonna end this one here.
Sure.
We got his whole story out.
Episode 3. We still don't know the topic about that.
No,
we're gonna.
We'll make sure it's a good one. It's not off. No, you'll figure it out eventually. We'll come up with a good one. We won't make it boring.
None of our podcasts are gonna be boring.
No, but we'll think of something good. Probably something like maybe another life story or just things that have happened or But
yeah. Because our lives. There's lots of shit that's happening.
There is a lot of stuff that happens in our lives in a weird way.
Because our podcast could go on until the day we die.
It probably should. I'll just fly down. I'll fly down just to record a podcast with you.
That's amazing. That would be amazing.
So help this get popular. Subscribe and all that.
We need money. We're broke.
It's not even that. It's just that, just make it popular so we can, keep going with it,
No,
make it better.
I would want it to be popular so we can go to, fan meets. Like everybody that
do like a
likes-
live podcast with a live audience, and we'll
That
like
would be nice.
just talk about our lives and have them like ask us questions about what happened and stuff.
Yes.
Come on, guys, please let this blow up. Hear us out. Please let this blow up, okay? All right, well, we're gonna leave this one here. I promise we'll have a good one. We'll have a good one for part 3. So
And
we'll see ya.
We'll see ya.